All right, so this video is going to help you with making your presentation look kind of cool. I have a couple of things that I want to teach you guys, and you can use it, you can not use it, whatever floats your boat. So the first thing I want to teach you is about themes for your slides. So like black and white slides are kind of boring, right? So you have some options. You can use some of the themes that are already in Google Slides, like these ones here. Just click on it and it's going to automatically switch your stuff over. Now, if you click on this theme, like after you've added your text and stuff, it might get a little wonky, all right? And you're going to have to go back and do some editing, but not the worst thing if it makes your presentation look a little bit more cool. Now, if you are like me and you're like, bleh, I want something new and different, then you can go to Google and just type Google Slides themes or like Google Slides templates. And your first link should be this one that says Slides Carnival. This is the one that I use that I think is the easiest. And then you can click on any of these different topics that you want. Like if I want something like what they consider playful, I don't know. And I'm like, oh, let's see. Oh, look, Chinese New Year. Hey, look, I used that one before. How about, I look to use that. I used that one before. Let's find one. Oh, you can click next. So you see what I mean? You can get into like a deep rabbit hole, you guys. Let's do, oh, look, Jeopardy. This one looks good. Pretty colors. So you click on it and then you go to preview and download, and then you are probably going to be creating a Google Slide, so you want to use the slides theme. You click on it, it's going to open up in a new window. All right, and it's going to ask you, do you want to make a copy? And you say yes. You're making a copy. It's going to go somewhere in your drive. I do not know. That's the black hole of my Google Drive, is all of these templates that I've made copies of. Now, once it is here, do not edit this copy. This is not the one that you want to make a copy, or this is not the one that you want to put your presentation in. Go back to where you were originally making your presentation. Down at the bottom, how do I move this guy? Yikes. My little thing of myself is in the way. Let me close it. Down at the bottom, there's import theme. Click on that, and then the very last Google Slides that you just made a copy of, right, should be the first one here. So if you click on that and then click select, then it's going to bring up another little window that asks you about which slides. There's normally only one. Click that one and then click import, and it's going to bring all of those slides into this one, okay? So when you go to add a new slide, if you click that little down arrow, you're going to see all of those slides from that template pop up. All right. So let's go ahead and click on one. We'll add it. All right. So let's say I've added some information, and now I want to add some different fonts or whatever, right? Just like, what do we have on hand? If you highlight your word, look at all of these different fonts that you can possibly choose from, all right? And you can even click on more fonts and go and find even more and other different kinds of fonts. So like have fun with that. Just beware of like the black hole that it can turn into. Also, text can also change colors. So if you want to add emphasis to a certain thing, you can change the color of the text. Notice that down below they have colors that match the theme. You can also do the same thing with highlighting different words, right? I can do it so that it matches the theme, whatever. All right, so that's fonts, that's some colors, things that just very easy to do, makes your presentation look a little bit snazzy. Now I'm going to go into a little bit more of the details of like pictures. So let's say I was dealing with my favorite kind of dog, dachshund. Oh, right? And I'm going to go to Google Images. I'm going to find a really cute picture of a little dachshund doggy, like this one. So cute. Okay, I'm going to copy my image, bring it back, and then I use shortcuts. Command V or Control V pastes the image. All right, things that you can do with this image. If you want to add a border to it, you can do a very thin border, or you can do a very thick border, or you can do like a medium-sized one. You can change the color of that border. Again, notice that there's colors that match the theme. You can also make it like a dotted border. You can make it like a dashy kind of border, like whatever floats your boat. All right. You can also crop the image. So let's say I wanted just like a small snippet of this little puppy's face. So then I can crop it here, right? I can also like shrink the whole thing down like that. Okay, so whatever. The other thing is if you click on format options, you have all these other ways that you can manipulate this picture. I can add a reflection so that it shows up like on the bottom. Let me make this a little bit smaller so you can see what I'm talking about. Right, so a little bit of a reflection, which is kind of cool. Let me go back to format options. There's a thing called a drop shadow, which makes it look a little bit three-dimensional. You can make that shadow, where is it? A little bit bigger. You can blur some of it. There it goes. So it kind of like stands out from your slides, which looks nice. But probably one of the ones that you guys really want to know about, if you go to adjustments, this one here, transparency, makes it kind of see-through. So about 50% means like you can still see the image, but it's kind of faded behind you. If you were to pull this all the way this way, then it becomes completely see-through, right? So 50% or less is a pretty good range for transparency. So like if I wanted to put text over this image, right? I make it really large. I want it to fill up most of my screen. I'm going to adjust the transparency like that. Okay, and then I'm going to change the order of it because I want my image to go into the back like that. And then if I were to put a text box over the top, then it's easy to see that text. Make it like nice and big, right? Whatever. You guys have seen me use that all the time in my presentations. Okay, so other things that you can do with like images and stuff. If you go back to Google and you're like, okay, I want an image, but I don't want like a background with my image, click on tools and then go to color and then click on transparent. And what it's going to do is it's going to find people who have made these images of whatever you've searched for that does not have a background. Now there's a trick to this, all right? If you click on one of these, you should see this kind of checkered background like this. It's a gray and white checkered background. If you don't see that, chances are it's not actually transparent. All right. So to test it, you can take your image, copy it, go back to your presentation, click paste. And you see how it's just the dog? It's not the background. That gray and white checkered part is the transparent part. It's not actually there. Okay, so that's another kind of cool thing that's different from just like your square, like you actually took a photo type of picture, is that transparent background. Another thing that you can do is search for Gifs in Google Images. You have whatever you're searching for, so dachshund, dog, and then GIF is GIF. And these ones will not move right now, but as you click on it, if you find that the image is moving like this, then it is good to go. If you click on it and it's not moving, don't use it. It's not going to work. So once you have one that you like, then you want to copy the image address. All right, not the image itself. Click the copy image address. Then go back to your slides, click insert image from URL. Okay, that means that link that you just copied, you're going to paste there. All right, so if it shows up like this and it's moving and it looks exactly like it did in Google Images, then go ahead and click insert, and then it should show up as a moving image on your slides. All right, so again, that's another like really common thing that I do a lot in my presentations, right? All right, the last thing, let's say you are going to YouTube and you are finding a video of some of your animals and you're like, this is so awesome. I want to make sure I include this in my slides like that. Wait, that's not how you spell dachshund puppies. Okay, perfect. 8-week-old puppies. I'm going to copy link address. Bloop. And then I'm going to go back to my slide. Let's say I want this on a brand new slide. Go here. And then I want to go to insert video. They're going to be like 3 different options, right? You like an actual YouTube, you can just search YouTube right there. So I could search for dachshund puppy is doing that way. And it's going to pull up a whole slew of stuff. Like there's the same video, so I could just click on that and then click select. Or if I have the URL, I can paste it there, and then it's going to pull up the video. You have to click it to select it, and then hit select, and it's going to pull it up. And there's your YouTube video that's already in there. Now there are some options along the side for you to like mess around with. Like if you don't want the entire video, you can say start it at a certain minute and end it at a certain minute. You can also say don't actually play the audio, just play the visual part of it. You can choose how you want it to play. Like when you're going through your slides, do you want it to play automatically? Do you want to play it when you click it? However you want to do it. And then again, you can like change some of the other things. Like, do you want to drop shadows so that it like sticks out, whatever. Right. So there's lots of different things that you can do to manipulate presentations to make them look really cool and engaging and like interesting. Hopefully this helps you. If you need even more help, let me know. Otherwise, we'll see you guys in